Hi, my name is Marie Nazria, and I started a podcast about 2 years ago, and I'm really excited to share. This is my first video podcast, and I felt like I had to do this because I'm a very visual person, and I want to know who I'm getting advice from. I want to see who I'm getting advice from. So I started this podcast a couple years ago. I have a couple of episodes on Spotify under You Wish You Were Here, where I talk about different subjects, different experiences I've been through, and the different tools I have to deal with those experiences. And today I really want to talk about self-love, especially because it's Valentine's Day. And I always felt around Valentine's Day that it is so important to love yourself. It is not important if you have a significant other. It is not important what they give you, what they do for you. Those things are so fleeting. Those moments are so fleeting, at least in my experience. But the things that are not fleeting is how you feel about yourself, what you give to yourself, how you take care of yourself. So one of the first tools that I want to share with you to create self-love is a gratitude tool, which is waking up every morning and going to sleep every night and thinking of at least one thing that you're really grateful for and sitting in that experience. You can sit in it for a minute, you can sit in it for 10. All it's going to do is good things for you. It's going to make you really appreciate your life. It's going to make you really appreciate who you are, what you're doing, and what you have, which I think is super important. It also makes you very present in the moment. So, all day we're running around doing things, figuring out how to get things done, etc. But when you lay down in bed at night and you say, thank you so much for my health, and you hear yourself say that, you really realize like, wow, I'm healthy. I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful to be healthy. Not everybody is healthy. Not everybody has that experience. So you can really feel the love and the connection and the gratitude for yourself. Another important tool or important thing to be very aware of when creating self-love is your self-talk, how you talk to yourself. Be empathetic with yourself. Be kind to yourself. If you're not kind to you, no one else has to be kind to you. It starts with you. So just being aware. And sometimes we say mean things to ourselves. We're all guilty of that. But what I do, for example, since I'm practicing it and I'm so aware of it from practicing it on a daily, is sometimes I'm like, oh, Maureen, why did you do that? And I'm like, oh, stop. That's not going to help us. Maureen, why did you do that? I did that, or I slacked on that because I was feeling this, and this. Okay, well, let's figure that out first. Okay, and then I figure that out, and then I feel better that I nurtured and supported myself through something instead of criticizing myself. So through empathy, I'm kind to myself, I give to myself, I protect myself, I heal myself, and then I have no more obstacles, and then I move forward in what I need to do. So empathy is super important with yourself. Criticizing yourself is really, I know it can be kind of a cycle and a loop, but you have to be mindful of it. Aware of it is first. Second is stopping yourself, saying, okay, I said something mean to myself. I'm going to apologize to myself. I'm going to ask myself what I need, and I'm going to give that to myself. Being self-reliant is self-love. Being considerate of your feelings, of your well-being, supporting yourself. This is self-love. Now, when you have this and when you practice this in your day-to-day, you're not looking outside for that. And that's very, very powerful. It's super powerful. And I really invite you to try this because you'll realize that you're less swayed by things, less affected by exterior environmental things. Anyone can call you one day and be like, ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. And then you're like, oh, okay, that's what's going on for you. Respond from a place of self-love, respecting yourself, caring for yourself, working out, taking care of yourself. No one's going to take care of you better than you can take care of you. Now, if you don't take very good care of yourself, you have an opportunity to. Every day, every moment, you have an opportunity to make the choices to make your life better in your own control of yourself, not waiting for something to make it better. Does that make sense? So don't criticize yourself. And when you don't criticize yourself, and when you practice empathy, and when you also have to have boundaries, when you practice having boundaries, your self-worth like skyrockets. And what it does is it invites other people, like-minded people, to join you. You're not going to have toxic people in your life when you're not toxic. You're not going to have mean people in your life when you're not mean. But it all starts inside of you. It's funny, it's Valentine's Day, and I know so many people who are probably going through it today, as I have in the past as well. So what I'm going to do with my time is I'm going to call those people and say, hey, how are you? I hope you're well. And if they're not well, I'm going to tell them how much I love them or how much I appreciate them in my life. Because if we don't have the tools to create self-love, that's a reality. It happens to a lot of people. However, if we can help them in any way, then we're going to help them. And hopefully, actually, the truth is, it all starts with you. You can only give it to yourself. You can only tend to your own garden. You cannot rely on outside people. This is like just the truth. And so I really hope that this video helped. If you have any questions, I'm so happy to answer them. I really appreciate you, and I hope that you love yourself. And I hope that you realize how special you are, how special you've always been, even though we get in our own way sometimes. Thank you so much for listening. Have a beautiful day.